Hey everybody, what's going on? Today we're doing a few things. I'm trying to work, as you can see over there, my solar panels and whatnot. I'm trying to work on putting a battery capacity monitor on my solar system, so that way you can actually see the percentage of the battery, kind of like with your iPhone. And but today, more importantly, we are going to be putting on some tail lights, some blinkers. As of right now, this thing has no tail lights, no bumper, no license plate, no windows. All those are a pretty big problem. I originally was actually gonna opt to not put in tail lights or blinkers because it's nobody's damn business where I'm going. But for legality and safety, fucking damn it.
Can't talk today.
We're gonna try this a second time and it's gonna be a lot less funny this time. But for legality and safety reasons, I decided that was a horrible idea. So we're gonna put them in. It's very simple. If you need any help, just look at the video and you should get it. All right, let's put some taillights on this baby. I've had a lot of technical difficulties. I've had a lot of technical difficulties today, and they're not even technical difficulties. They're just user error. I was talking to the camera for like 2 minutes before I realized there was no SIM card in it, so that was fun. And then I just did another full video and realized it was on time-lapse mode, so I'm figuring things out as I go along. Not just in this, but in life. It's all just a process. I need to clean this, good God. A process, but anywho. Today is a three-parter. We're trying to put a battery capacity monitor on the battery so I can see the... I was trying to talk. I hope you didn't see that. So, trying to put a battery capacity monitor on the, oh, there's birds over there. I think they're making a nest. Trying to put a battery capacity monitor on the battery so that I can see the percentage. We're also gonna be putting some taillights. Look at how good this taillight looks. Red and green, it's kind of like Christmas, kind of what I thought. And then we're also gonna put the buckets, maybe the grill on the front. So we're gonna sand those and primer them and whatnot. And we're also going to put my door cards back on, the little panels on the inside, because I think taking on too many tasks at one time and then getting overwhelmed and then disappointed that I didn't complete them all is really just, it's kind of how I operate, and it's my go-to move. And yeah, I'm gonna pull my go-to move today. And will we finish all of it? No, probably not. Will I be frustrated though? Yeah. All right, let's do it. All right, today is another day of coming off a weekend duty, so I only have one day to do more than one day's worth of work, but do what you can. And so today we're going to be painting the hub. We'll try that again. Today we are going to be painting the grill and the headlight buckets black. And so that involves sanding it and then priming it and then painting it. And if we can, we'll get my windows on. I'm not optimistic about that happening because it's looking like I'm gonna need to replace some other parts. So yep, maybe windows next video, but today we're just doing, oh, and the bumpers. We're doing the front and rear bumpers. And so we're just gonna basically do some body work, make it look more aesthetically pleasing. And today to help us, we have Bean. Come here, Bean. Here's our little mechanic. All right. And that is our workload today. You can see Brendan already starting to come over here, and he's gonna paint over this sport symbol. And we're gonna sand this baby and those babies, and then we're gonna make this thing look like new, except less white. Let's get to it. Where is he? No, Sawyer. Yeah, get out of here. No one likes you.
You told them. You know they remember faces, right?
I know they do.
He just saw
I
your.
hope they remember mine.
He just saw your face throwing that ball.
Yeah, well, I have military training. What?
That's his friend. Oh, you're in it now. Oh. How are we looking?
Pretty good. I'm just getting all the spots where this crappy paint's chipping. Did you take all my other videos?
Or the old wipe down.
Yeah, this stuff is chipping.
Yeah, it looks like it's already been painted after stock. And they probably didn't even do as good a job as we're gonna do. Which is saying something.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh God! Did you not see that coming?
I had to put it back on. Did it get on my face?
No. There we go.
Go pretty white coats, right?
Yeah. You look like you could use a little music.
I sure could. What's the point of That's the fast crank step though, so it literally almost tries on contact. Well, I accidentally knocked it over and had to grab it, so there's a finger mark there.
Oh gosh.
Dude, it's like just balancing on the edge.
You should have put them next to each other, then they could have balanced on both sides. What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, this primer was definitely the move.
Why?
I just feel like the primer is gonna help it stay on there better, and it's gonna make it look a lot better.
Yeah, it should look pretty good, I think.
That's what I'm thinking, man. I think it's look pretty good. Oh, that's too heavy.
Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Here we go. Last time we're seeing it as gray.
Let me get a little practice. That's about as heavy as I should go for a first coat, right?
No, you can go more than that.
Really?
Yeah. Just don't want it to run.
Take the wind. Arr, just don't be getting her to run.
Yeah, give me the rundown.
Well, while I was sanding this baby, I think there was like little pieces of plastic or stuff that came up. I don't know, it was a little rough. So the primer I put on there kind of built up and got this weird hair-like texture to it, so.
So now what?
I'm going to resand some parts, maybe all of it, and we'll go from there. And then put some more primer on it, and then we'll paint it.
Okay, so these headlight surrounds are coming out pretty clean. And we're about to bring them into paint, but this grille is being a little bit more problematic. I think it's basically because of this kind of like plasticky design that they have underneath. It's not exactly smooth, so it's kind of making it hard for this this primer to bind to it. But we're about to do the second layer of primer after doing another sand. Hopefully it looks better after this one.
Exactly.
Okay, so while we are waiting for the paint to dry in the back, we are gonna have a quick look at the van and see how it's doing. Why don't you, in your own words, tell me what is going on as far as the electrical stuff?
Well, the electrical stuff, when I got it, it was fine, and then let it sit for a few days, wouldn't start, jump started it, hazard lights were on, figured, you know, I must have left the hazards on. Came back next day, for sure did not leave the hazards on. Again, had to jump start it, hazards are on again. So, okay, something's wrong. And the radio didn't work when I first got it. And then as I was driving it more and more, the radio would come on and then come off. And sometimes it'd flicker, like someone was switching it on off the light switch. And when you turn off the car, the radio, or the speaker right next, you'd hear this electrical like clicking sound. And the hazards would turn on and all this random stuff. So had an electrical issue. I had to jump start it basically every time I drove it. And then I went and got an electrical diagnostic on it. And they said all those maybe because I had a bad battery. Now the battery I had, it had, you could see they had taken off the sticker and slapped another sticker onto it of a different brand. So it was definitely refurbished and old, and it was warped, so it was bulging on the sides. So it had a damaged cell. And got a new nice battery in it with a lot of cold cranking amps, so hopefully, I mean, not that that makes a difference, but I paid for the cold cranking amps for when it's cold. And hopefully that does the trick and I never have to worry about the electrical stuff ever again. So we're gonna
Hop
try
on
this.
in. Let's
see if it works.
We're gonna hope that it fires. It's been sitting for 2 days now, so this is the test. That old battery would not have cranked. How about now?
Right key. Please, dear God.
All right.
What was that?
That was a strange sound. Don't you just love when you fix problems and then brand new ones show up immediately after?
Just me, or did it start kind of not confidently?
No, I think it started fine. Okay, so this bumper has been painted in the primer. We just got another sand on it, so it's nice and smooth and prepped for the paint. And let's get to it. It's a little bit dented, but I mean, this should be good for the time being. I think eventually he wants to go to like one of those bigger off-road style bumpers, which would be pretty cool. But for now, this will work. Okay, so while Colton is out, that's better. While Colton is out grabbing some nuts for this other bumper, we're getting it all wrapped up. I went through, we did the first coat and it came out pretty clean, but there was a couple of spots where it was a little rough, or there's a couple of low spots. So I came through, gave it another sand, wipes down, and we're about to get the second coat on. And I think that should be it. It's looking pretty clean. Afterwards, it should be good to go. All right, finally we got at least something painted. Time to get these on the car. I was kind of opposed to doing the black at first compared to like a silver or gray color, but with these actually on, I think they look pretty clean. So, yeah. Not bad. Just got to get the grill on and then should be looking good. All right, Colton, give us the rundown on this piece.
It's annoying. I'm gonna paint it black.
Okay.
Nothing with vehicles. Nothing with vehicles is ever simple. It just hurts my head.
So whoever had it previously put like a super cheap and quick job on it. And you can't really sand this piece just because there's so many nooks and crannies, and the surface on it has like this, it's textured and bumpy, so you can't like sand it smooth. Basically what I'm saying is we did the best we could, and you know, it might not stay forever, but it's gonna look much better than it did before. And yeah, everything's gonna match. It'll all be the same color, which it wasn't quite before. All right, what do you think?
Oh, dude, the black looks infinitely better. You remember
Yeah.
when it was like kind of just gross, kind of matty gray?
Yeah, over white.
Yeah.
All right, do the honors.
Forward.
Oh yeah!
Oh, dude, that looks clean.
So part of the things that makes it difficult to build any car or any build or van is just time available. So Colton here has got about 1 day a week that he can work on this car. So if anything is missing, even down to like a single bolt, pushes it back a week. So, oh, there he goes. Okay, tell me about the struggle of getting the parts that you need.
Dude,
Tell me why this bumper's over here and not on the van like the other one.
Dude, so like, first off, the bumper that was on it, the bolts that it would attach to this bracket here, essentially attached the bumper onto the car. There was like, it was welded into the bumper, so you couldn't just take the bolts out. Which now that I think about it, is probably just a scheme for Ford to make more money because you have to buy their equipment, quite honestly. And so I couldn't do that, and I was like, whatever, I'm not gonna take an angle grinder and dissect this bumper long ways and cut it in half again just to get the bolts. I'm sure I can just go buy new bolts anyway. That'll be even better. So that way I can like make sure there's no rust or corrosion on them.
Or can you?
Turns out I had to go to Africa and Timbuktu just to find these bolts. So Home Depot didn't have them. I went and found this gem of a place called Marshall's, and they had a crazy amount of selection. And I got some from them, and I took them home, and they were not the right size. So I took them back, and I got the threading right, I got the size right, made sure I took the bumper to the store, made sure it fit. So now I'm just praying to God it works. I don't know why it wouldn't, but I'm not surprised anymore about anything.
Okay. So that's one thing. So now you know why the bumper is off and why that is taking so long compared to the front one. Also, these windows are still missing because, so on them, I should probably have them out to show, but there's a little plastic liner that goes around them. And we weren't sure if that's like a part that you should replace every time they redo the windows, or if you should just kind of redo the weather stripping that's in there. Tell me why you don't have windows yet.
Because, you know, the ironic thing is I took the windows off to do a good job and sand it better. It turns out I didn't need to take them off anyways because the store, or the place that painted it, was gonna do it for me anyway.
Oh. Well.
But, so basically, the plastic strip that I would put the adhesive on to put the windows on the back went to Ford, and I was like, oh, this little thin piece of plastic, probably gonna be like, oh, maybe 20 bucks. $200 for both of them. So I had to pay $130 for one, for like, I think the driver's side, and 70 bucks for the passenger side.
They look the same. That's so weird.
Yeah, I know, and they're like, one's double the price, but it adds up to 200.
Okay.
And so now I'm just gonna go to an auto store and just kindly ask them what adhesive I would use and see if I can make that old worn out piece of plastic I have in there that are on the windows work.
Are we ready to install?
You're goddamn right.
What are your thoughts?
Stop that. Pretty good.
That's all you have to say about this beautifully crafted and installed bumper?
It hurt my hands because of the like sharp edge.
You heard it here first. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. You want to tell me why you bought such freaking long bolts right here?
The only ones they had.
This is the only kind they had?
The only kind they had.
No, the guy literally told me, he's like, yeah, if that doesn't fit, like, we have nothing for you.
Well, it did. It just took forever. This part right here is deeper than my deep socket. We had to fill it or finish it with like an actual spanner wrench at the end, but there you go. It is on and installed finally. I'm just wrapping up that last bolt right there, but looks good. Progress.
Hello everyone, Kate here. My brother is working on a car. Very cool, right? And here's my other brother. Okay,
Thank you,
back to
Kate. Kate, over and out. How are we looking down there?
I hate this bumper so much.
Oh, you're gonna love it when you're done. Thoughts on the rear bumper?
I'm just glad it's done.
Yeah.
I'm just glad it's done.
Yeah, I'm glad that we didn't paint it too, because this powder coat is actually pretty nice. And the gloss level is pretty similar to what we did on the front, so...
It's just better.
Yeah, it just looks better. She works hard for the money.
This is the one that works great.
It's look like they haven't been cleaned since it was new.
Yeah, that's because it hasn't.
Oh, with a toothbrush.
All right.
All right.
You thought they were just good for teeth. Wrong.
You were dead wrong, man.
Oh yeah. That looks pretty good.
That is pretty good.
You're good. What are you doing?
Dude, these handles look ugly.
Dude, you're definitely gonna get overspray.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Your van. Fuck. Little runny there.
Yeah,
Oh, what the? Don't do that.
dude, it's just,
No.
it's what you need to do.
Sand it after.
No. Too much work. You gotta just do
No,
this.
stop spraying.
No, you gotta even out the texture. Trust me. This is gonna look amazing. You
Amazing
gotta
is a
even-
stretch.
Look at that. Fixed
That's
it.
not
I know,
good.
I know, I know.
Okay. So we were wondering why the locks weren't working, and at least part of it is because of this right here. So these pieces are supposed to be moving in unison, but since these two screws here on the back side have gotten loose, this is just able to slip back and forth and not unlock it. Alright, so we're wrapping it up for the day. Colton has got these handles painted. They are looking better than they did before. Also, bumper is on. We have this painted and installed, and I got this license plate that I'm going to be using for anytime I go out and do photo shoots with people. If they're concerned with, you know, privacy and they don't want their license plate out there, I'm going to have that with me in my kit ready to go. But also, we got the wheels, probably looking as good as they're going to get, and they're about ready for paint. But that's about it for the day. Next time we are going to be going through the interior, and I've already started a little bit here, but anywhere that it has surface rust, we're going to be sanding that down and then getting all the sound editing going. We have lizard skin, we're doing, I think, Dynamat, as well as this roll of insulation right here. So that's up next. Anyways, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.